I got Tony this egg peeler for Christmas, and apparently it's just a little plastic jar with ends on it, and you put a little water in there with the egg, and you just shake it. Yo, I shook that thing, and my egg exploded. Just like dead and like gruesomely murdered.
It's wonderful.
Gruesome. You ready? All right. Knife skills are very difficult, but it's a good thing to know how to do. It's a good thing to know. It speeds along your process and makes you a little more comfortable in the kitchen. First things first about the cuttings. Sharp knife, clear board. So I'm gonna take this stuff off and put it over here on the side in a bowl. Have a half onion, gonna reuse that, chopping everything up, you know? All right, so I'm not just gonna go with this guy, guns a-blazing, you know? You gotta trim them up a little bit, make it a little easier to manage. So I'm gonna cut off just the ends first to give me something flat to work with. So you wanna hold on to it nice and tight, pin it to the ground. I'm not holding it like this, chopping my little finger bits off. I'm holding it with like not like that, that's not what I'm saying. You're holding it, pinning it down and pinning it with your fingers. The knife is up against the knuckles, that first knuckle joint on your hand, on the knuckles. You ready? It's also a good measuring thing. Cut it off, don't get crazy. You're not getting crazy here. Now you got a little flat there you can kind of palm into and hold on. Still with those busted fingertips. You're not holding on to it like you're holding on to a freaking football, right? Is that how you hold a football? I don't know. Cut this bit off. A little more. So it's nice and pretty on that side. Now you got a big flat edge. It's gonna make your life a little easier. Unless you're doing rings, which I don't necessarily suggest, they're hard to eat unless you're making like onion rings, I would cut it in half. This right here, this darker bit is the root. So I take the flatter bit, face down, knife against the root in half, and I slice that in half. If you saw that, we'll add slow-mo here. It's whole. Place the knife, grab the onion, slice it down, and it falls apart. It's like a bloomin' onion. Sometimes they peel off easy, sometimes they don't. You see this this little bit right here? It looks like the onion, but it looks a little funny. I just ripped that part off. I don't trust it. Doesn't look nice, probably won't cook nice, especially if you're serving it raw. I also like to do all of the things at the same time, so I'll go through and peel all my onions and then go through and cut all my onions. But that's the basic cleaning of an onion. Uh-oh, it's happening. Clear off my board real quick. So, onion. Look on the inside, you see the root again. So I have the root in my hand, turn it down. So the root is against my pinky, my knife is against my fingers. You never want to work backwards, that doesn't even make sense. So you're working this way. Never work over yourself. And right here you can do like little half moons, which isn't what I want to do, but you could do it. You can go from the side. Give yourself little juliennes, little scripts, and you can make them as thick as you want. Or what I'm after right now. See, you messed me up. Now I gotta cut that up. I want to dice. So the root is at the back. I'm not cutting all the way to the root, but almost. You make the strips as wide as you want your little square bit to be. Remember your weird claw grip. You don't want to cut your hand off or for your little fingers. When I get past the half, I like to squeeze it back together so I don't lose anybody. And then just chop it down. Around here, it starts to get a little difficult, so we're gonna flatten it out. Flat edges are nice. So I tip it over to where the root's up at the top. And I cut that top a little bit, still have more dices, and then I cut again. Flatten it back up to the root, and then you can just cut these little extra bits. And then all you got is that little sweet ass trash. And that's how you cut an onion. You can do that with all kinds of different onions. Every onion is the same. No matter the color, they're all the same inside. Little onion tears help clear out the sinuses this time of the year. All right, garlic. I usually do the peeled, but if you don't and you wanna get crazy and use the whole one, take this whole guy. And my favorite thing with most things is just to hit it, right? Just punch it, just punch it. And then it fell apart. I'm not like slapping it. I use the meat of my hand and just palm it, and it just kind of breaks up. And to get it out of the shell, do the same thing. Use the meat of your hand, put your weight into it, and the little skins just peel right off. I like to grab it by the little tip, pull it back. Let's do it again. You got this whole guy, palm down, weight on it, and literally right in that piece of my hand. I grab the root, grab the tip, you have the little jiggle, and the whole thing just peels right off. Root pops off, donezo.